So, wow, I have this really cool and innovative new product that you can put right on your desk. This is the HiDock H1, a sleek looking docking station with noise cancellation, hi-fi Bluetooth speaker, and a ChatGPT powered call recorder that gives you transcripts, summaries, highlights, and much more. So let's just say you're on a long call with your coworkers or clients. By the end of it, you hang up and you're like, wait, what did we talk about again? This will summarize all of that. And yeah, there's so much to talk about. So let's just get right into it.
Mr. Black.
By the way, welcome to the channel. My name is Danny Black. I love to share with you cool gear that comes my way, especially new and innovative Kickstarter kind of gear. If you're new here, don't be a stranger. Click that button right there. And I'll put links down in the description so you can find it down there easily, plus a surprise link. And so yes, this is a production that is currently on Kickstarter, and I love to get products from Kickstarter because it's kind of fun to see what new innovative gear is coming out. And if you are watching this video early enough, there's some really good early bird pricing, and then they'll start shipping out products early 2024. And there are three main parts to this, and just by looking at the design, it is really cool looking. It's kind of retro. It reminds me of...
Good morning, angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
Actually, yeah, maybe that was influenced by it a little bit. So one of the main functions is that it's actually a really useful hub. You have a lot of really great ports back here, like you have two HDMI ports for dual 4K monitors at 60 Hertz, a 10 gigabytes per second USB-C and USB-A port, a 5 gigabytes per second USB-A, and a 2.5 gigabytes per second Ethernet port. And then on this side, you get a 10 gigabytes per second USB-C, which also provides 15 watt power for fast charging devices. And then you have your micro SD and SD high-speed card readers. So that's a lot of functionality just right there. So you plug your computer into this port right here, which powers up to 100 watt laptops. And it does come with a USB-C to USB-C cable and also this power adapter. On the other side here, you'll see that there's a spot for an optional wireless mic, and something like that would be great if you need to be hands-free while you're doing these conference calls. Then on the front, you have a hi-fi Bluetooth speaker with Bluetooth 5.2 protocol. You can use this as a speakerphone, or you can use it to play music. And with a combination of a 5-watt tweeter, a 7-watt full-band driver, and a passive vibration radiator, this will immerse you in a very rich and dynamic sound experience. There is a volume knob right here to turn it up or down. You can also press that into start and stop music, double tap to change tracks. Then you have a button to answer your calls and hang up the calls. There is a button to mute your microphone. And then you have the slider right here that will provide noise reduction for your callers. So if you're talking to someone where it's really loud in their environment, like when I was on the phone with Xander here, he was driving and you could hear that driving noise, but as soon as I turned this up, that went away and it just focused on his voice. So here, I'm gonna actually test the noise canceling of this. Let me turn up the volume. Why is it so loud? Because you're showing everything. Can you talk for me?
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. My name's Xander from the YouTube channel.
That is so good, by the way. Imagine if you're talking to a client or the boss, and maybe there's somewhere where it's really echoey or something, you could turn that up and eliminate all that background noise so you can just focus on what they're saying, which is also kind of ironic because, well, you don't need to focus exactly on what they're saying because you can read about it all later. And speaking of that, there's also a little button right here where you can highlight part of your conversation. So if you are talking about something important, you can click that button to highlight a certain section. That way you know exactly in that conversation when you're reading it back where that highlight is and what the important thing you need to remember is. And like I said, it has Bluetooth 5.2, so you can actually hold this down and you can connect it to your smartphone. That way you can use your phone if you're taking calls to go right through here, use this as the speaker, and also record that call or Zoom meeting or whatever. So yeah, it's a desktop hub, it has a nice speaker, but then you have this ChatGPT powered highlight, transcription, and summary. Not just for calls or meetings, but you can also summarize like a lecture or a podcast that you're listening to. To me, this is huge because there's a lot of times where I do take meetings and maybe my brain can be a bit scattered, and maybe if the conversation's getting a little bit boring, my brain can wander off a little bit. I try to focus, but sometimes it happens. But something like this would be so important to where I can look back on crucial information and make sure that I'm doing everything that the client is asking me to do. Xander, right now you're on the HiDock H1. So it's a ChatGPT powered audio dock. It's basically for productivity and AI summary. And let's see how accurate that voice transcription is. And I love that it will just like transcribe the whole conversation, and it's like done immediately. So let's say if you had a big conference call with a bunch of people, you're using this, and then right after the call's done, you can within minutes send out that summary to everyone on the team, making sure that everyone's got it. And yeah, they're gonna be impressed because it's so fast. So yeah, you can use this with any video conferencing apps, Zoom, Skype, all of that stuff. And then also you can use it with your mobile phone if you're doing a FaceTime call or just a regular phone call. So there you have it. The future is here. I really like this thing a lot. This is a permanent home right here on the desk. I'm just gonna be taking calls and using that AI. It's really fun to do and it's really accurate. Yeah, that conversation I had with Xander, it was like, we were both shocked at how accurate it was at transcribing what we were saying, but also the summary of it was just like dead on. And yeah, I had to blur out some parts where we talk about a camera that's coming out soon. You know, stay tuned to the channel, you'll find out what that is. So check out the HiDock H1. The link is in the description. It's not an affiliate link. They did send me this so that I can play around with it and see how cool it was and then share it out with you guys. That way, if one of you are in the market for something like this, maybe you're in an office, maybe you have a home office and you want to be able to do some really cool stuff like that. Oh yeah, this is something that you're gonna want. I love it. That noise reduction thing was insane too. I love that. Plus, I mean, just like having like a Bluetooth speaker that you can just have in your office playing some cool lo-fi beats or whatever. Yeah, and the hub. Like there's so much going on here. But thanks again for watching. A ton more products coming up on this channel. A lot of really cool gear to share with you. Can't wait, so stay tuned and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Mr. Black.